Oi oi and welcome to the real starter base build guide for Dune Awakening. I'm going to ramble on about stuff for like a couple of minutes, so skip to the build if you need to. I'll put a timestamp in for it. So, first things first, this game is not like other survival games. The progression will make you leave your first base within the first it could be like 2 to 10 hours depending on how fast you go. And with that in mind, you only want to build efficiently to start with. We don't need a massive desert palace, though, you know, it is quite tempting because the game does look good. You can build this base wherever you want, but a huge bonus would be build as close to Griffin's Reach, aka the first quest hub, as you know, you're going to be going back and forth from there a lot early game until you move to the next area, so try and get as close to that as possible. However, this is a really busy base location and everyone wants to build here. So if you don't like neighbours, you could always rent your own server. I'm currently playing on a private server provided by G-Portal, and it actually feels really good to build wherever I want in comparison to how it's been on official recently. And you know, you could do this on your own, you could do it with friends, and the freedom is absolutely great. And because there's no one else on it, the server's not getting locked, you're being able to get in all the time, your friends can get on all the time. It's actually quite alright. So if you are interested in getting your own server through G-Portal, I've got a link down below in the description so you can get 10% off using that link. So if it's something you're interested in, cool. If it's not, go on official servers. What is important for a starter base? Location, so the hub itself and resources. The size, obviously it's going to cost less and you're going to bin it later, so don't go crazy. A garage needs to fit a sand bike because your sand bike will blow up if it's not inside. And you know, another bonus would be as close to water plants as possible because the water is really tough early game. So let's get this thing built. Here we are, just down from the hub. We're going to go this way. That's my base. I've already built one. We're going to build another one though. So, getting our thing out, you can see... Getting our thing out. Getting the Subthief console out, you can see where we can and we can't build. Obviously, on the server you're on, there might be loads of bases about. So, just look for a spot what isn't too far away and has, like, land access. So, your bike will be nice and easy to move up and down. So, here we go. Here's a spot. And we're going to go ahead and start building this. Now, the first thing we want to do is just grab a foundation, but we need to get it not really high, but high enough so a ramp actually works. Let's just go max height here. That's max height. And we're going to start at the back. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go 2 this way. Sometimes it can be a bit funny, so bear with me while I actually get it to snap. Here we go. And then I'm just going to plop them together. Nice and easy. That's going to be the start of that. And then what we can do now is we can quickly go to move and move this and just put it over here for the time being. Not too far in there because obviously it might get in the way of the walls. So walls wise, we're just going to go for all the way around with these windows. You get to see the stuff around, you get to see if it's day, night, you get to... Oh, I didn't do that. You get to see if there's a sandstorm, things like that, so it's handy to do that. However, when we do the doors, we actually want to do the wide door because we want to be able to bring our buggy into this, because you don't want your buggy being left outside, it will blow up. I mean, there's not really much else what needs to be said about that, is there? Don't blow your buggies up. And then we're just going to put 2 ramps out the front. You can use ramps or stairs. I use stairs because it is whatever. And then we just need the roof. Any one will do. Well, that's the weird square one, isn't it? Yeah, we'll use that. Don't really matter. Is what it is. I think that's actually a floor. It does say rooftop though, so let's just say it's the rooftop. There we go. That is... Didn't get that. That is the base itself done. The only thing I'm going to quickly do now, just because it's turned night time and it'll be annoying if I don't do it, is I'm going to pop a couple of lights in. These only go on the walls, by the way. I tried to put one of these on a pillar once and it did not work. Let's put it there. And then that one there. Right, there we go. That's the basics of the base done. If we go ahead and finish the rest of the, you know, things what don't really matter too much. There you go. We've got the little guy in the base too. Right, so now going on from here, we've got to get all our utilities and fabricators and crafting bits and bobs. So to start off with, you want to do the that's not what I'm after. Start off with, we actually want to do the power generator, and that wants to go as far into this corner as possible. So just try and line it up as best you can. There we go. Make that. And then we want to do... Let's just go into here. It's just easy like this. Then we'll pop the fabricator down, but we'll pop it this side. And as far to the side again as possible. The reason I'm doing that is because we can fit more in if we squeeze it in this way. And then the blood purifier can go next to the fabricator. I'm going to try and maximise our space in here. There we go. And then the oil refiner can go next to that. And then we're real nice and snug there. Everything's where you want it. You can access absolutely everything. So now we just need to get a few boxes in. We're going to put them here. You can put as many boxes as you want in. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Let's pretend I need 4. I mean, it's up to you how many you put. Right then, let's do 3 then. I can go get some more materials if we need to. But then the only other thing left is the chemical station malarkey, which I think we probably won't have enough for. Oh no, we've got enough. Chemical refinery. And then we're just going to put that here. We're pretty easy to put that anywhere we want along here, so we're just going to go with nicely in that corner. There we go, guys. That is the base completely done. There's nothing else you really have to do. You got some storage, you got your fabricator. Probably would be ideal to deposit some fuel so it's, you know, shielded and stuff. But let's go get the buggy from my other base and drive her in. Now, obviously, if you wanted to spend more time, you could make a bigger base and you could make a multi-tiered base. Do you know what I mean? There could be like different floors and you could do all bits and bobs and make it as big as you want. But there's not really much point. You know what I mean? Not much point at all. We're going to get a little bit of water and then we're going to head over there. See, that base location is better because you're so close to those plants. There's some there as well, which aren't too far from this base, and some there, look. But having them like on your doorstep, or even better, inside your base, is definitely a win. And there we go. Job well done. Ready to go. That's all you need as a solo player, or even a group of 2. Do you know what I mean? 2 people could easily, you could fit 2 bikes in here. And you're not going to be here very long. Can't stress that enough. Once you've finished all the quests here and you move north, you're not going to be wanting to travel all the way back down here to pick something up from this base. So don't put too much into it and don't worry about it. Just build what you need. You know, 2x3. You don't need bigger than that. You could do smaller if you aren't going to have a bike in here, but you want room for a bike. And we've got everything we need in there. We could even add more storage. You know, you could easily get 5 chests there. But I've gone for 3. There we go. We are all ready to progress through the start of the game with ease, without wasting time on something we'll demo later. So if it helped at all, or if you enjoyed watching, don't forget to like and sub, and I'll catch you out there. Take it easy.